Alright guys, got another CD haul. I don't remember which one this is. I think it's the third one, maybe the fourth one, I don't know. Whenever we go out shopping and we have some extra time, I stop into thrift stores, Goodwill, Salvation Armies, whatever, and see what they got. Stop in, see if there's any, I don't know, speakers to buy or, just stuff and CDs. It seems like a lot of these thrift stores, I know two Stuff Etceteras in my area I used to go that no longer take CDs or sell them. They took all the CDs they had and threw them away, and they no longer take CDs. I told the lady, you should have let me know, because she's seen me in there multiple times before buying CDs. And then I think there's also one Goodwill I've gone to now that said they will also no longer be selling CDs. I don't know if that applies to all of them or not, but I am still a CD person. I am in that age where I actually started with cassette tapes. By the time I started getting my own music, I did have a few cassette tapes, but most of it was on CD back in the late 80s, early 90s. So I'm still a CD guy for the most part. Let's dig in here. This one, it's broken, but I got it for free. The lady just said you can take it. But it's a Broadway Classics, and I don't really have any this kind of content. I'm sure you can find all this on YouTube, but oh yeah, I didn't have anything like this, and it's got a whole bunch of Broadway classics like Fiddler on the Roof, My Fair Lady, Showboat, Annie Get Your Gun, and it's got a couple tracks from each one of those. So I haven't listened to it. I need to get more jewel cases. I got a lot of these CD hauls, the CDs you get. A lot of them are broken or cracked as they really get thrown around and tossed around. But, yeah, figured it was free. Why not? I'll try it, see if I like it. Nothing special there. I do remember these guys, the Spin Doctors. I wasn't necessarily a huge fan back in the day. They have a few songs I remember hearing on the radio, and I don't mind, so I picked it up. But the main one I remember is Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. Good song. I'm not very familiar with any of the other songs. If you are, put it in the comments song to check out on here. I haven't listened to any of these. I mean, I'm aware of all of them, but I haven't listened to all of them at all. Inside's in good shape. Disc is in good shape, so the art's there. Yeah. This one, the Solitude's Moonlight Sonata. Maybe I'll try to sleep to this or something. I don't know. But the main reason I wanted to try it is because this was done. It's not that new. There was a date on it somewhere, but it is a 24-bit mastering, Dolby Surround. This, I haven't seen. I really haven't been looking for them either, but I haven't seen any surround sound CDs in quite a while. So yeah, I would assume you would have to, I don't even remember. I don't think they made CD players with Dolby decoders in them and multi-channel outputs. So I would assume you would have had to use a DVD player that supported Dolby Surround for this. And then, of course, back in the probably late 90s or early 2000s, people had a lot of 5.1 systems. I mean, they still do, but yeah, I've never tried one of these. Dolby Surround allows listeners to experience 3D sound instead of standard stereo. I like how they make stereo seem like, crap from the past. 24-bit mastering captures additional information to increase clarity and provide a richer sound. But what they don't mention is a lot of that is heavily dependent on how good your system is. That and the fact that there's not a system on the planet or in existence that can resolve 24-bit or 192 or any of that, really. You couldn't even hear it anyway. It'd be 144 dBs of dynamic range. Should blow your ears out. But anyway, it sounds interesting. 2005. So I don't know if that's when a lot of 24-bit mastering was starting to happen in studios. I vaguely remember hearing about these surround sound CDs and never got to try one. So, and I have a really nice Sony ES DVD player from like 2003 that I could try this in maybe. And I still got my old Sony 6.1 surround sound receiver. So maybe one of these days, I don't know, if I have a whole day off, I'll get it all set up in the living room, set up a bunch of speakers, and put it on and try some surround audio. This is another one I grabbed. It must have been someone that dropped these off that had a interest in surround music. This one's pretty rough. Best of Romantic Piano. Over 2 hours of Dolby Surround digital sound recordings. This one, I'm assuming, was probably done in 24-bit as well, but I was going to try one of these. I don't know if there's any sort of like decoding on them, if you can still play them in stereo, or if you play them in stereo, you actually, they sound weird because they're not encoded for stereo. I don't know if they're encoded for surround sound only or not. Yeah, it's just something to mess with in the future. That, and I don't mind listening to some of this kind of music sometimes when I'm just working. Had to grab this. The wife's a huge fan. I'm okay with it. But yeah, she's a huge fan of Footloose. It's got the nice price sticker on it too. Oh yeah, I'm sure most of you are pretty familiar with this. So when I seen this, I had to grab it. I think she might even have it too, because she's a pretty big fan. And then a new genre or era of music I've been kind of getting more into is the 1940s swing music, GI Jive, that kind of stuff. It's just kind of a fun music I've been trying out. This is also the nice price plus. I remember seeing these stickers all the time, I think in like gas stations and stuff, so kind of another one of those little things that kind of takes you back. Again, I haven't tried this. I have some other 20s, 30s, 40s swing, I think it's just mostly called swing, GI Jive, maybe ballroom. I've been trying out Anne Marie's Greatest Hits. I think I already have one of her greatest hits, but not this one. Not necessarily a huge fan, but she has a few songs I don't mind listening to. My mom liked Anne Marie, so I figured why not add it to the collection. These are mostly for the wife. They had 3 Daughtry CDs there. I'm okay with Daughtry. I'm not a huge Daughtry fan. But yeah, picked them up. Sometimes when we go for long drives in the car, we'll, we can always connect our phones and stuff, but our cars still have CD players in them, so we'll bring some CDs along sometimes and just listen to CDs when we go on road trips and go driving and shopping and stuff. And we're both from the same era of having CDs. I still have a Case Logic CD case in my car, so had to grab this. I have a Dire Straits CD. I have a digital HD album of it or whatever, so I already have it, but I don't have any of their stuff on CD. The only one I do have on CD is this one, and it's a Super Audio CD. But I seen the regular CD version of this, and I figured I'd grab it, because then I can listen to this one versus the Super Audio CD version and just see kind of what exactly I hear for differences and stuff between the standard compact disc and the Super Audio CD. Again, yeah, they had 2 of them there, so I had to grab both of them. I'm not a huge Dire Straits fan, but they are another one of those bands I can just put CD in and let the whole thing play. And then this one, I can't believe I came across this one. I don't know if everybody remembers CKY. They were, I believe, somewhat affiliated with Bam Margera and Jackass back in the early 2000s and stuff. I just love this CD. I never owned it. My friend had it, and I usually borrowed his, or he ripped me a copy of his back then. And came across this Infiltrate, Destroy, Rebuild, and had to get it. Yeah, another CD that I just love every song on this CD. I used to listen to that CD all the time. Semisonic, Feeling Strangely Fine. Again, not a huge fan, but they're one of those bands that was pretty big back in the day, the early 2000s, I don't remember. It seems like I always remember hearing them on the radio at the swimming pool and stuff. Yeah, Closing Time. Used to be on the radio all the time. But yeah, nice to have. Tony Bennett, Duets, awesome. It's him doing, I'm a Tony Bennett fan in general anyway. And then this is him doing duets with, as you can see there, Bono, Michael Bublé, Elvis Costello, Celine Dion, Dixie Chicks, Billy Joel, Elton John. Just tons of awesome people doing duets with Tony Bennett. So I'm actually pretty excited to, next time I'm going to be working on rebuilding some speakers or stereo equipment for a couple hours, popping this sucker in and letting it play. That one should be fun. Oh, yeah, I found a Scotch laser lens cleaner. I used to have one of these a long time ago. It's got the little brushes on it. They seem like they work. I had an old Sony rack mount system from Kmart back in the day. It had one of the 5-disc changers on the top, and all the CDs kind of sat at an angle. And the darn thing, the CDs would either fall out of the tray when it was changing CDs half the time, and I had to have to use a butter knife with a little bit of blue tack on the end and stick it in there and stick it on the CD and kind of pull it back up onto the tray. Or the dang thing would think the disc was dirty all the time. And surprisingly, I don't know why, but running one of these in it would sometimes get it to work. So, yeah, if you think these things work or why they don't, I don't know, put it in the comments, but they seem like they work. 101 Strings plays Frank Sinatra. This is, obviously 101 Strings is a orchestra, or I didn't look in the performance of the one, yeah, orchestra, 101 Strings Orchestra performing Frank Sinatra, New York, New York. Strangers in the Night, Fly Me to the Moon. Depending on the orchestra, I've not heard anything from 101 Strings, but can't go wrong. Give it a try. I mean, most of these CDs, I get them for $1, $2, $3. Golden Encore Series, Guitar Fire. Oh, man. B.B. King, Larry Carlton, Russ Freeman, Kevin Eubanks. He was Jay Leno's right-hand guitar guy forever. So yeah, it should be some good old guitar shredding on here. It was $8 at one time. It's never been open. I didn't even pay. I think I didn't even pay $1.49. I think I just paid $1. So yeah, another interesting one to check out. And then this one, I just needed some acoustic material for when testing some speakers and stuff. I like to use different types of music, whether it's orchestral, piano, violin, all different kinds of instruments. I didn't have a whole lot of acoustic guitar material, so I seen these, and I thought I'd pick them up and see how they, see what they got on them. Maybe they got some good acoustic material. Really, I don't recognize really anything on them. It's from 2005. But, yeah, I don't know what's on there. I haven't listened to that one yet. Same with this one. Another relaxing guitar. Oh, I remember why I did grab this one, too. It's another one that says it was mastered in 24-bit. Doesn't really mean a whole lot, because it's obviously to be on compact disc. It's going to be, I don't know, I don't remember if they call it dithered down or downsampled to 16-bit 44.1 to meet the CD Red Book standard. But they're just kind of letting you know the initial recording was done in 24-bit with care, which maybe back in 2004, I think that was kind of a big deal back then, moving into all 24-bit recording. But I think pretty much everything now, probably for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years at least, has probably been 24-bit. And then they shrink it down to 16, sell it to you, when they could just give it to you at 24. No track list or nothing. Oh, it's on the back. But yeah, another one I haven't tried. We'll give it a try. And then this one, my daughter found it. She likes to hunt for CDs with me sometimes. Sometimes she finds the Disney original soundtracks, and we'll get them. But I think the last time we got the Mulan CD soundtrack, that sucker. Jeez, that is a thick book. Get back in there. There we go. But yeah, it's just to keep in the car. She is, like most little girls, is a big fan of Frozen, so got that for her. She wanted to get a CD too, so. And then, stopping some other places, I know this was going to be a CD haul, but stopping some other places, came across some cassettes. Did a day of driving just kind of all over Iowa, stopping in thrift stores and pawn stores and Goodwills and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of them don't have cassettes anymore, unfortunately. But we stopped in one that actually had a bunch of cassettes and didn't do too bad. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. I have this on CD, pretty much like every song on here. Become a pretty big fan of blues rock and just Stevie Ray's style and everything. So, I don't have a cassette player. Well, I do. Hang on. This is the exact cassette player I remember around the house growing up that we had. And I found one on eBay, pretty much in mint condition. The lady said it was pretty much like new. It was hardly ever used. and I got it for, I think, like $25 shipped. And it still works. The only thing wrong with it is the tape deck. I think it needs new belts. I haven't opened it up to check, but if I remember right, when I was tinkering with it when I first got it, the symptoms and behaviors of what was going on, I think it just needs new belts. But everything else on it works. Oh yeah, I forgot I had picked up a Metallica cassette as well, because one of my first cassettes I ever owned was this one, the Metallica Black Album. And I don't know where my original one went, but whatever, this is also an old one. And then if you look in my previous videos, I restored some old Kenwood MV7s from 1991. This Cyndi Lauper, if it will focus on it, Cyndi Lauper's She's So Unusual cassette tape was inside the speaker. The ports on the speaker were big enough you could fit a cassette tape in there. This cassette was inside one of the speakers when I took them apart to restore them. So it seems to be all right. I'll try and play it. I was going to play some of these in this, but unfortunately I have to repair it yet. But I have ordered a Fisher cassette deck that goes along with my Fisher 1980 Fisher rack mount system that I'm putting together. All I had was the amp and the tuner. I found a matching the cassette that goes with it, or the cassette deck that goes with it, and I think there is even a turntable that goes with it. I gotta hunt down on eBay. Anyway, Star Trek. I used to watch a lot of Star Trek when I was younger, and this is a Simon & Schuster audiobook. Back in the day, before Amazon, if you wanted to listen to a book, you had to buy it on cassette tape or eventually on CD. Book on one cassette. And it's the Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country. So I have not heard this one or anything, so heard of this one even really, but 90 minutes. Maybe sometime I'll pop it in while I'm working on something and listen to a Star Trek book, story, whatever. And then this, I couldn't believe I found this. When I was younger, I was obsessed with this movie. Completely obsessed with this movie. I used to watch it at least once a day, forever. I even had a lot of the little toy cars that were in the movie. I didn't even think about a soundtrack, but yeah, the movie's got a lot of great songs in it. So seeing that, instantly grabbed that. I haven't watched this movie in probably 10 or 15 years. So another one of those things. Maybe one of these days, I have the movie somewhere. Maybe I'll watch the movie or listen to this and reminisce. Rock hits of the 70s. Like a good old, pretty much a mixtape. And it's got a lot of good ones. It's got 2 Tickets to Paradise from Eddie Money. A Man I'll Never Be, Boston, You Better Think Twice. Get It On by Chase. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights, Meatloaf. Oh, Turn to Stone, Electric Light Orchestra. Oh, I don't recognize that one. Oh, Take It on the Run by R.E.O. Speedwagon. And The Devil Went Down to Georgia by the Charlie Daniels Band. So, another fun cassette tape. Once I get that cassette tape in the mail, or cassette deck in the mail, I can actually, and it says it works, so hopefully it does. I can start trying some of these out. I actually attempted to buy the matching Fisher cassette deck to my 80s rack mount system. And here it is. It's a CR125 that matches with the CA880 and the, is it like the PT660 tuner or something? And the guy said it was in good shape, worked. I don't know if the belt had been replaced at some point, but he said it was in good shape and it worked, and it was for a benefit charity on eBay. And I showed some interest, and then like a day or two later, he sent me an offer for I think $25 plus $15 shipping or something. So nabbed it up. Got excited. It's gonna come. I put this in, listen to some cassettes, and like so many other vintage things in the mail, for some reason I swear the shipping places know when it's vintage audio gear in the box, and they just beat the crap out of it because they smashed this sucker good. It's cracked completely across to underneath here. On top, the button doesn't work. It's just completely busted. And I sent the seller pictures and everything. He couldn't believe. He's like, yeah, it was in, and I seen the pictures before I bought it. He's like, it was in really good shape. He wrapped it really well, but somebody must have been having a bad day at UPS or whatever, and just spiked the box off right on the corner and just smashed the sucker. So now I've come across another one, but it said it powers on and everything. I don't know if it works, but in the pictures it looks to be in very good condition. So hopefully if I have to, I maybe use this one for parts, or if anything, the other one hopefully will only just need belts or something. So that sucks. The guy refunded my money, even though I told him he didn't have to. He's not responsible for what happens in shipping. But he insisted and refunded my shipping. So nice of him. Christopher Cross. Not a huge fan, but he does have a few songs I like. I'd almost like to see Will Ferrell do like a Christopher Cross impersonation sort of bit. I think that'd be kind of funny. But anyway, got this one because there's, I think, 3 songs of his I like, and one of them is Arthur's theme song from the movie, the 80s movie Arthur. Great movie. Best That You Can Do. So that was on there, and then the other 2 songs, this is doesn't say Grace Hits or anything on it. Doesn't, it's just Christopher Cross. Sailing is good, and Ride Like the Wind. Those are my other 2 favorite Christopher Cross songs. Ride Like the Wind and Sailing. So I think I got pretty lucky. I got the 3 Christopher Cross songs I actually like on the 2 cassettes that they actually had there. So, and I don't know a whole lot about Christopher Cross, if he had a whole lot of other popular songs or not, but he wasn't really my speed when I was younger. But now that I'm a little older, and those 3 songs are classics that I do enjoy. And then while I don't remember which store it was at, while I was there, I come across an Anne Murray Danny song album. Not super familiar with any of the performances she did on this, except for Killing Me Softly with his song. Yeah, when I get my turntable going, I'll check that out. Not in the best shape, it's pretty rough. And then this one's pretty interesting. I've not seen anything like this. It's a GI's Germany. In sound and music, text, cartoons, photos, volume 2. So now I kind of want volume 1. But basically, what it comes down to, it says, a GI's Germany. Here again is Germany as the American serviceman hears it, sees it, and lives it. Here is as much of that fascinating, comical, homesick, busy, beer-stained world as 40 minutes of sounds, music, and voices, and pages crammed with cartoons, photos, and letter home text can hold. Quite interesting. It's not in too bad a shape. And then when you open it up, so if you kind of, I guess what this is supposed to be is sounds of Germany. Yeah, as the American serviceman hears it. So as the servicemen were maybe over there, this was things they would hear and see while they were there. And you got a bunch of pictures of World War II, looks like. I haven't Googled this or really dug into it to see what it's all about, but and then some content to read, which is kind of interesting. This one, I don't know. It's not just music. Obviously, the record has just sounds, and it's got a lot of German content in it. So I guess they're giving you a taste of what the servicemen experienced over in Europe. So kind of interesting. Not seen anything like this, so I figured I'd grab it. But I think that's where this is going to end. It's another fun thrift store CD / cassette tape / 2 records haul. It was kind of, I mean, I picked up quite a bit, but out of all the places we went, I usually get a lot more, and it's kind of sad that still see a lot of records, but in the Midwest, most of it's country and gospel. Because that's all people around here listen to back when records are around. And then it's even kind of sucks to see a lot of these thrift stores and stuff too really aren't either taking or keeping CDs. They just take up space for other stuff that might sell better. I don't know. So that kind of urges me to go thrifting more and try to hunt down as many CDs as I can, just in case a lot more of these places do decide to stop carrying new CDs. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. Links to my social media are in the description. Yada, yada, yada. See you later.